What is going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans, college basketball fans everywhere? Welcome to the Picture Road Network. I am Tyzilla83. So much to talk about in this video, but we're going to talk about this Kentucky, the SEC championship loss for the Razorbacks, and we'll talk a little bit about that game. I won't go into too much detail there, and of course, we're going to talk about the tournament. Before we get into all that, I need you to like, comment, share the video, if you could, and if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button down below. Let me just say one thing before we get into the Seton Hall matchup for Arkansas. That's, in case you didn't know, if you've been busy and you haven't had time to keep up with the tournament and everything and who Arkansas is playing, they will be playing Seton Hall. So Arkansas is an 8 seed, and they're going to play Seton Hall round one in the big dance in the NCAA tournament. We'll get into what I think about that in just a second. I want to say really quick about this Kentucky-Arkansas game. I mean, we know Kentucky won. They're the better team, better coached, better players, better talent. This might as well have been a game at Rupp. That stadium looked 80% blue, 80% Kentucky, because we know it was. I wish Arkansas had shown the same fight that they showed in that final 2.5, 3 minutes the entire game. I think you would have had a great game. But for whatever reason, they had to be behind by quite a bit to actually get the urge to want to play physical and get to doing what they do best. But I want to say this: Monk's throat slash is what caused Arkansas to act the way they did. Why Dusty Hannah's reacted the way he did. Why Moses Kingsley and Barford getting in people's faces, and Moses Kingsley pushing down a Kentucky player. That's what happened. So in case you're just watching the SEC or you're watching the SEC Network or ESPN, they're showing you the highlights. They're talking about how Arkansas, how unsportsmanlike they were, which I'm not condoning the way they reacted, but you cannot overlook who started this, and I believe that it definitely started with Monk doing the throat slash to the Arkansas bench. He didn't get called for it. I think that's classless. I lost a lot of respect for Monk and for Kentucky. Great team. They're going to go far in the tournament, but wow, and two wrongs don't make it right. Arkansas shouldn't have reacted the way they did, but obviously they're frustrated. They're in hostile territory. I get it. But I don't condone what they did, but it's why it happened. It's why they reacted the way they did. So let's talk about this matchup really quick against Seton Hall. I think Arkansas should. I think it's going to be a tougher game than people realize for sure. I think Seton Hall, I don't think that this is a toss-up win or a blow-by kind of win. I think Seton Hall is going to give Arkansas their best. I hope Arkansas doesn't overlook them. They do have a guy, Delgado, who's averaging 13 or so rebounds a game. Carrington, their leading scorer, who's averaging right at about 17 points a game. They can give you some problems, and I think this could be a little bit of a matchup issue to some extent. But I think Arkansas should win this. Again, if you're betting or if you're filling out your bracket, we'll keep it with that. If you're filling out your bracket, I'd feel pretty comfortable in taking Arkansas. It's just you worry about who they play after North Carolina or after Seton Hall. Obviously, they're going to play North Carolina. North Carolina's first-round matchup is against somebody. Texas who? Texas Southern. Insert name here. Doesn't matter. North Carolina is on fire. They do have a couple of losses this year that are, you wonder a little bit. They went on the road against Georgia Tech, lost by 12. They lost to Miami. They lost to Duke 2 out of 3 times this year. They lost to Duke 2 out of 3 times. But I still feel pretty comfortable in that when they get into the NCAA, when they get into the dance setting, when they get into that atmosphere, the lights are going to turn on. North Carolina is going to be North Carolina. I haven't filled my bracket out yet. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to make that a video. I probably will sometime. Hopefully, we have to do it soon this week. But I feel pretty comfortable if I'm filling out a bracket to take North Carolina over Arkansas in that second round, assuming Arkansas gets past Seton Hall. Again, I don't think that's a definite win for the Razorbacks. I think it's going to be tough, but I do see, again, I'm filling out Arkansas to get past Seton Hall. So if that happens, that means they're not a one and done. If that happens in the NCAA tournament, it means they're not a one and done. So that's it. Not a real long video. I thought about going into the stats with this game with Kentucky, but you know what? There's other things going on. The tournament is so much more exciting to talk about. I will, again, I'm going to fill out my bracket. I'm telling you, this is a tough bracket. There's some teams, Butler, Middle Tennessee. You got to wonder how early does South Carolina get eliminated? I think really early. There's so many questions surrounding some of these elite teams. Should they have gotten the seed they got? Yeah, I get it. Everyone's griping about the South Carolina seed. I agree. I don't know how anyone would put them in front of Arkansas. I think that should be Arkansas, in my opinion, in that bracket at the 7 seed, but it is what it is. So you guys know what to do. Like, comment, share the content. Again, thank you so much. Look forward to some more content this week. Again, I probably will do a bracket video, and I'm curious what you guys think about this matchup with Seton Hall and North Carolina. Your thoughts on this tournament? Who do you got? And we'll talk. We'll get into this dance a little bit more later on. Thanks a lot, guys. Till next video.